I am Oak, inviting you into the EarthSong Revolution.
So listen closely. This is a story about remembering how to listen.
Before I tell you about a human, I feel I should tell you a little bit about myself, about where I come from.
My kind? Well, we've held this ground for thousands of years. We've watched the seasons turn more times than you can count. We've felt the sun, the rain, the wind. We remember what this land was like long before anyone drew a map. You call this place a park now, and you've planted trees from other lands. You've put down your paths. But my roots, they run deeper than any of your plans. My family, they're still here, watching from the groves. We are the first memory of this place.
I'm not judging. I'm just curious. With all your rushing, all your information flying around, is there ever a moment to just feel the world that's holding you up? This story, it's about one of those moments. The oak speaks of a moment. And for me, that moment really started on a cold night decades ago now.
Yeah, it was the very last night of our herbal class. You could just feel this sense of completion in the air, you know?
My friend Stan, he's a dream body therapist. He was showing us this charcoal salve he'd made. And later, we did this healing dance with deer antlers. It wasn't a performance or anything. It was just a way of trying to connect to something older. There was this quiet, humming energy in the room. It was really palpable.
After class, Stan and I hopped in my red van and started driving through Beacon Hill Park. It was snowing, you know, that kind of snow that just muffles the whole world. I had to go see my tree. It was this daily ritual for me, a friendship that went beyond species, beyond time.
And then, as we came over the top of the hill, the headlights just cut through the snow and there it was. Not standing, it was on the ground. A giant, just broken. And the silence in the park suddenly felt so heavy, so final.
But what happened right after that? It wasn't an ending. No, it was something else completely. I can only tell you what I saw. It wasn't a reflection from the headlights or anything like that. It was this soft, steady light, just pulsing, gently, right from the wood where the tree had torn away from its own roots. It was lighting up all the snow around it. And right there, in the middle of that light, I saw a presence. A feminine form, maybe 4 feet tall. What some people might call a diva or a nature spirit. She looked right at me, and her voice, it wasn't in the air, it was just there, in my mind. So clear, so calm. She told me she wanted to say goodbye.
My time in that form, that incredible 600-year-old body, it did end that night. But the humans listening, that didn't begin there.
You see, to receive a goodbye like that, you have to have already learned how to say hello. His journey of listening, it had been preparing him for years. And it's true, my path started way before that night. Back in '69, I'd studied with Kirpal Singh in India. Then I began an apprenticeship with Ellen White, a deeply respected Coast-Salish elder. And that same year, in 1986, I've been training with Dorothy McLean from Findhorn, specifically on how to tune into the devas of nature. Each one of them, in their own way, helped open that door for me. So the physical body was gone. The trunk was eventually cleared away. But a relationship? That's not made of wood.
What the human learned was that our connection wasn't tied to just one spot on the ground. The presence he felt, the wisdom he heard, it became a whole field of consciousness that he could tap into from anywhere. So the goodbye, it wasn't an end, it was an expansion.
And now, this is where the story turns to you. That long path of listening, that field of connection, it's available to every single one of you. And it starts with the simplest thing you can imagine.
It could be a tree on your street, a weed pushing up through a crack in the pavement, even a houseplant on your desk. Just pause, really see it, acknowledge that it's there, and say hello.
This tiny act, this is the revolution. It's not about some grand gesture. It's about a quiet, personal shift in how you see the world. It's choosing to stop seeing the world as just a bunch of objects, and instead opening a door to a real, living conversation. This is how we start to weave ourselves back into the fabric of life, one hello at a time.
The presence that spoke on that snowy night, it didn't disappear. It just expanded. It's in every plant, every tree, just waiting to be noticed. I am wherever you pause and say hello.